Next, I've loaded up some percussive samples from the Samposium stock library. These can be found under drums and percussive under the Yopo folder. So we got a kick drum, we have a little snare, close hi-hat, open hi-hat, and a wood hit. So one of the things you can see is when I tap on one of the sample pads, before it plays, it actually goes into focus first. But we can also change that. Over here, there's an instant and focus kind of mode that if we change it to instant, now when I tap a sample pad, it instantly plays. And for right now, let's just leave it in focus. And we're going to go into our sequencer. And so let's actually do a little microphone recording. Hey, what's going on? So we can sequence that. We'll actually just tighten it up.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey. All right. So now let's go ahead and show our sequencer. And we'll go over a brief, just kind of light overview of the sequencer, where this is the number of steps that the sequencer can contain. Again, it can go up to 64, but with the loop-based triggering, it can actually reach 512, where you can see what loop it's on right below the transport control. We have tempo, where you can change the tempo, and if you hold down, it'll change it. The tempo step size can be changed from the sequencer preferences down here at the bottom. So if we change it to 0.01, when I increase the BPM, you can see that it only goes up by 0.01 each time. But I know some people like different BPM step sizes, but I'm going to leave it at 1 for right now. And then we have our transport play and then our back button. And our back button, when not in Ableton Link sync mode, will actually restart the sequencer. If you are synced using an Ableton Link clock, it'll actually just reset the loop counter. But yeah, let's go ahead and just do a little sequence. We have our kick drum. We'll drop a kick drum there, and let's just do a kick drum here too. And we'll do our snare, which, we'll do like that. And then we have some hi-hats, which we can just drop in. And if we hit play on our sequencer, we should hear our little sequence right now. Okay. It's kind of boring, right? Let's go a little open hi-hat. And then we'll do our little hello here. Let's bring off some
Hey,
of this.
what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, what's going on?
Okay, and we'll add a little effect so it sounds a
Hey,
little
what's going on?
ring mod to it, and then we'll throw a delay after the ring mod.
Hey, what's going on?
And maybe we'll throw a low pass filter after our delay. So this is how you do a sequence. You just pick a sample pad that you want to sequence, and then you just place steps in our step sequencer. But what's also kind of nice is for kind of variety, each step can be set to a probability. So if you hold down on a step, and here we'll do the hey, what's going on? And if we start dropping it down, this is at 50% now. So 50% of the time, this sample will be triggered, right? And sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. It's 50%. Hey, what's going on? I guess probability is going on. So a couple other features are over here. You'll see a mute, or I guess that's the solo, where it solos the track. You can have multiple solos going. So if I go over to this wood hit and solo it, it's just going to be the wood hit now and the, hey, what's going on? Oh my goodness. And then if I turn that off and then turn this off, we'll have our whole sequence again. There's also a mute, which mutes the sequence. So that won't even play again. And we'll unmute it. And then there's a clear over here, which clears just this sample sequence. So that is now gone, but we'll add it back in for our demo. One of the other features that extends the sequence beyond the beyond the 64 step maximum is loop-based triggering. So for example, I'm going to do this on the 1. So now that's going to happen on every one. But what we can do is if we hold down and slide to the right, there's another little gear that pops up that brings up our loop triggers. So right now it's set on every loop that it's going to play that sample. But if we change it to just 2, now when it's on the first step, it didn't trigger it. Or that was the second step, and now it'll trigger it. But we're on loop 1, and it's only step on 1 of 2, so this will be the second loop that it doesn't trigger it. And now it'll trigger it. So you can do up to 8 of these. So on every 8th loop, only on the first loop that it will trigger, but you can actually change it to trigger on the 5, you know, and whatever. And then you can also get some kind of like poly triggers if you change these to odd numbers and stuff like that. It can get pretty crazy and out of control. But this is just a little basic example of just the sequencer itself and what you can do. But now if we hit the back button, that's what the back button does when it's not in Ableton Link synced with other devices. And again, if it is in Ableton Link sync with other devices, the back button just actually resets the loop so you can control your loop-based triggers.